Hello, today I want to talk about truly the most important decision that you will make in your life. If you're new to my channel, my name is Kristen and I'm just your average everyday Catholic, and I love Jesus and his church so much, so I share my life here on this channel. A lot of it is about Jesus and his church, as well as other aspects of my life. So the most important decision that you are going to make in your life is, who do you think Jesus is? Do you care to think about who Jesus is? Are you going to look into the evidence for who Jesus is? Or are you just going to completely avoid this huge topic of Jesus Christ? Some say Jesus was a moral leader, a great teacher, or just a man who showed us how to love. We know Jesus was human from the Bible and other historical records. Jesus became tired, he became hungry, he had human emotions, human experiences. But was he more than a man? Jesus called himself the bread of life, the resurrection and the life, the way, the truth, and the life, the light of the world. And he said, "To have seen me is to have seen God." That is a tremendous claim. So how can someone say he was just a good man, just a good teacher, if this man is saying to see him is to see God? I have known great teachers in my life, and if they said to see me is to see God, I would say that they're cuckoo. C.S. Lewis wrote, "A man who was merely a man and said the sort of things Jesus said wouldn't be a great moral teacher. He'd either be a lunatic on a level with a man who says he's a poached egg, or else he'd be the devil of hell. You must make your choice. Either this man was and is the Son of God, or else a madman or something worse. But don't let us come up with any patronizing nonsense about his being a great human teacher. He hasn't left that open to us. He didn't intend to." We covered this a bit in the book club, Why We're Catholic, but I hope that's clear with what C.S. Lewis wrote. You truly have to decide, was Jesus crazy for saying that he's the bread of life, to see him is to see God, and all these things? Or are you going to look at the evidence, dive into the evidence, and come to the conclusion that Jesus is who he says he is, the Son of God? Obviously, you all know where I stand on this. I mean, it's just pretty clear to me. Jesus answered all of the questions of the philosophers. He fulfilled prophecies of the Old Testament. His very name means God saves. There is so much evidence for the resurrection. Eucharistic miracles abound. There are so many Eucharistic miracles. I am linking a website below if you want to read about all these amazing Eucharistic miracles. The Eucharist is Jesus under the appearance of bread and wine, and there have been instances when this bread and wine have literally turned into flesh, heart tissue, and blood, and it is always the same blood type whenever this happens. If you want to read more about Eucharistic miracles, definitely check out that website below. It is amazing. I don't know how someone can, look through these Eucharistic miracles and not believe that it truly is Jesus. Anyway, I love that you're here on my channel. Feel free to check out more of my videos. But if you are at this point of deciding, researching, is Jesus who he says he is? I would love it if you checked out RCIA. So RCIA is the Rite of Christian Initiation for adults, and it's basically just a class where you learn about the Catholic faith. And there is no commitment for this class. I know that they generally like to have a list of who is coming because the RCIA that I attended all the classes when I sponsored my friend coming into the church. They provided a lot of materials, like a folder with a lot of information, as well as a book. I'll link the book below by Paprocki. I bought the book, I like the book. And basically this class is just for anyone who wants to learn what Catholics believe. And there is no commitment. The RCIA program that I attended with my friend when she was coming into the church, I loved the director of that RCIA program. It was a great program. She was very knowledgeable. And as we got further into the classes and we would get to the point where there would be a rite for people coming into the church, she would preface that announcement with, if you want to continue with us, meet us here, so she was just not pressuring anyone to come into the church because there is no commitment. Catholics understand that true love is not forced, just as Jesus did not force anyone to love him or accept his teachings. Read John 6. He let people just leave him because true love is not forced. If you truly love Jesus, no one will force you into that love, but Jesus's love is there for you. And if you are open to his love, I'm telling you, his love will fulfill you. I have traveled the world. I've fulfilled dreams. I thought I wanted to be an opera singer, and the first time I sang a major role at an opera, it was cool, but it didn't fulfill me. Jesus fulfills me. And yes, I still like to travel, but now I like to visit Jesus in the churches of the world. And yes, I still love music, but now I love to praise Jesus with beautiful sacred music, especially Gregorian chant and Renaissance polyphony. Anyway, I loved my experience with RCIA. I love sponsoring my friend. There was also a Jesuit priest who led a lot of the RCIA classes. I have heard from some people that their RCIA experience wasn't that great, but RCIA is starting right now. It always starts in the fall. And you could start at one parish, and if it's not a right fit for you, just call other parishes in the area and explain, that you're possibly interested in joining their program. I'm sure that they will be kind and welcoming. When my friend was deciding which parish to go with when she was starting RCIA, I actually contacted all the parishes to see when the classes were, which one would be most convenient for her schedule, and any other information that I could gather. And everyone was so welcoming. One of the directors even offered to meet us, for coffee, just to talk. There's no commitment, and it's just a beautiful class. I highly recommend it. The class starts this fall, and it goes all the way to Easter Vigil if you do end up becoming Catholic. And, the class that I attended with my friend, again, the director would always say, if you want to continue. And that class, the entire class, became Catholic at the Easter Vigil Mass, and it was beautiful. And fun fact, I was a sponsor for my friend, and within the class was a man, and his fiance sponsored him into the church, and she is the niece of Bishop Barron. So, who knows who you will meet. The Catholic world is huge and universal, but it's also small because we're a family. So, that's sort of an interesting thing too. You don't know who you're gonna meet at RCIA. There were so many interesting people at RCIA in all different walks of life. My friend and I really bonded with this woman who we thought was like, our age, maybe, 10 years older than us. And we found out she was a grandmother. And we were like, wow, we didn't know you were a grandmother. And there were physicians and all kinds of interesting people in our class. Anyway, I'm so glad you're here with me on my channel. But if you are not Catholic, I hope you will consider checking out an RCIA class near you. If you are scared for any reason to contact your local parish, you can email me. Email me the local parishes near you, and I can find all the information you need when the classes are. I just love RCIA, and I hope you give it a chance. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning into this video. I hope you're having a beautiful day. God bless you. Bye.